that letter we found. I can't believe Verandis was part of something as evil as the Grey Host. I guess we need to go to the secret island, and the castle if it still exists. I won't rest until I learn the truth. The whole truth. We follow the map. We'll take the cart to Shornhelm's coast, hire a ship, and sail to the spot indicated on the back of the letter. Fingers crossed, we'll be there faster than you can say gore apple pie. Look around, and hopefully find nothing. Determine this was just all a big misunderstanding. That Verandis was never a member of the Grey Host. If not, then I suppose I want to find undeniable proof that my mentor was a monster. So, can we go now? This still doesn't feel entirely real. I can't believe we found a letter tying Verandis to the Grey Host. From Rada Al-Saran of all people. At least there's a map. Let's find this damned island and finish this. The cart's waiting. We discovered a signet that looks just like one my mentor, Count Verandis, used to have. A signet that belonged to Rada Al-Saran. When we searched Ravenwatch Castle, we found an old letter to Verandis, requesting he come to a secret island. Not much. The letter mentioned a name, Grayhome. Kind of pretentious if you ask me. And there's supposed to be a castle. If it's still there after all these centuries, maybe we can learn more about Verandis and his connection to the Grey Host. I don't know what to think. Maybe he was forced to join them, or lied to, or tricked, or... You know what? Speculating is pointless. We have an island to find. Let's get on with it. No, but I'm sure it was the same as the one from Viridian Watch. Not that it matters. You read the damn letter. It proves... I don't know what it proves. That my mentor might have been part of a cabal of vampires that tried to conquer Tamriel? This is where the map led us. A lovely and ominous spot for a foreboding Grey Host castle, don't you think? If we can't find something about Rada Al-Saran and Verandis here, then I'm not sure where else to look. While it seems obvious to start with the unnecessarily ostentatious vampire castle over there, I think we should survey the island first. The Grey Host may be gone, but they could have left traps, and who knows what kind of wildlife lives here. I don't know. Something gothic and ridiculous. I don't like to generalize, but vampires tend toward the dramatic. Just be careful. We won't learn anything about Verandis and the Grey Host if we go and get ourselves killed. What is that thing? Did it just pulse at me? Did you see that? That crystal thing clearly reacted. It pulsed as I approached it. Well, it hasn't exploded or fried us to a crisp yet, so I'm thinking no. Probably not. I've seen something like this before, part of a ward. I think it responds to the presence of a vampire, like those sigils we saw. Now that they're awake, it should be simple enough to deactivate them. I'm not sure if your eyes are as good as mine, but I think I see a few more up ahead. I'll keep watch while you deal with the crystals. Well done. Let's go deal with the rest of the ward crystals. pretty good at this. Good job. Let's find another ward crystal. That was definitely a rumble. Let's go check the castle. The way looks clear. Let's see if we can get inside. I hate to admit it, but this place is impressive. This place must have been impressive back in the day, but now it's just decrepit. Looks like it's been abandoned for centuries. Luckily, I came prepared. How do you feel about trying something unconventional? The members of House Ravenwatch exchange vials of their own blood. That shows a rare level of trust, even among vampires, since blood can be used in all sorts of spells, both beneficial and harmful. I brought some of Verandis' blood with me. By putting a drop of his blood in this potion, we can dreamwalk and access any memories Verandis has of this place. I'll leave it here on the table for when you're ready. I'd drink it myself, but a dreamwalk requires an impartial participant. Then you're already an expert. You learned quite a bit from that experience, yes? Verandis isn't here, but by using his blood we can achieve the same result. I prepared the potion. It's on the table. Make sure you drink the whole thing.
Exarch Verandis, while we have your crates moved to your study, Exarch Singalis and Ulfra would like a word. It is good to see you, Exarch Verandis. Lord Rada Al-Saran will be pleased you accepted his invitation. You have been terribly missed. Exarchs Ulfra and Singalis asked me to send you to them as soon as you arrived. They wish to speak with you. Of course, Lord Verandis. My apologies. Please, you shouldn't keep the Exarchs waiting. Exarch Ulfra likes to look out over the courtyard from the eastern balcony. Exarch Singalis rarely leaves his laboratory on the upper level. Both want to see you. I will inform you once your crates have been moved to the study set aside for you.
Verandis, my dear, it has been so long. Where have you been hiding yourself? You're not still pursuing that silly little hobby of yours, are you? So you are. Oh, Verandis, your endless wellspring of positivity is absolutely refreshing. You are such a generous soul. I must say, the idea of giving up all I've earned and bled for to placate humans is quite hysterical. But isn't that why we have thralls? So we can take as much as we wish. They don't mind, do they? Oh, are you going to speak with Lord Rada Al-Saran? Be a dear and remind him we set aside some time to drink, would you?
Can you smell them, Verandis? Prey on the wind. We should be out hunting them, not uselessly debating in these halls of stone. When you see Lord Rada Al-Saran, do not continue your age-old argument. He needs to remain focused. I'll never understand your obsession with sheep, Verandis. There are hunters and prey. We are hunters. Your sympathy for prey borders on the insane. As were you, until Molag Bal made you into something more, something worthy. Lord Hircine made me one of his most powerful hunters, because he knew mortality restricted me. I could not reach my full potential until he rescued me from that fate. The wolf does not fear 1,000 rabbits. It merely enjoys the bounty Hircine has provided. Humans, no matter how large their pathetic armies grow, will never threaten us. Come to your senses, Verandis. Come back to your brothers and sisters. You're a fool, Verandis. You always have been. Why does Lord Rada Al-Saran continue to humor you? We don't need you on the Grey Council. You aren't even fit to be one of Styric's foot soldiers. Go bother someone else with your nonsense. Grayhome is impressive. I won't deny that. But I detest all the sitting around and debating. I'm a hunter. I ache to feel a mortal writhe in my grasp, to watch their blood spray against the dirt. Don't you? Why do I even try to talk to you about such things? Lord Rada Al-Saran should have dealt with you years ago. But he keeps calling you back.
Verandis, look! It's wonderful! Such pretty lights. Oh, I'll admit I do miss the trees. But everyone is so friendly here, and the food! There's so much of it. Delicious, squirmy, screaming food. Does that bother you? The screaming? I recall us discussing such things last time we spoke. Oh, but that's no fun, is it? It's like hunting a beast in a cage. Where's the challenge? No, Verandis, I'll take my prey squirmy and terrified. It gets the blood pumping. Nesby and I are going hunting later today. You must come.
Even where the dark water flows deep, the blood of those worthy swirls still. Why is this so, member of the Grey Council? A question for Sithis unanswered. All answers come from Sithis, though few are worthy to hear them. Yet we alone are blessed. We will go beyond one day, when we have made the offerings he seeks. Only then may we flow into the dark water. The others speak of you as short-sighted, but I hear in your words the truth we all seek. All must come to Sithis. Death is the path to him, and Sithis is the path to the dark water. It is a goal for all. Come now, pray with me.
Do you suppose Ease ever tires of dancing, Verandis? The girl enjoys frolicking in that fountain almost as much as she enjoys warm blood. As boring as ever. Until Fair Hestra came along, I'd all but given up on entertainment entirely. The new Empress is fascinating, isn't she, Verandis? A true warrior. Mortal, yes, but quite the conqueror. If she could be turned... Perhaps. Yet Rada Al-Saran saw the wisdom in immortal power, did he not? Hestra could be similarly convinced. Still, when she dies, and she will die, I expect it will be glorious. Worthy of a song. That will be entertainment enough.
Verandis, how good of you to join us. Come, sit, have a drink with me. Gorge! Ha! This is just a midday snack! Ever since we came here, we've had more blood than we can stomach, and I can stomach quite a bit. The dungeons are overflowing with delicious morsels. Lord Rada Al-Saran knows how to keep us fat and happy. I probably shouldn't have mentioned that. Forgive me, Verandis. Don't trouble yourself over it. Forget I said anything at all. Ha! I need another drink!
Ah, Verandis. Good. I wanted to talk to you. I never tire of looking at this creation. Tell me again, why did you abandon your stone husks? I thought you wanted your precious mortals to enjoy the everlasting life of their betters. Is that what bothers you? One small failure and you abandon such promising research. You had the opportunity to seize control of existence itself, to control both life and death. Such power is unimaginable, yet you squander it. Cost? Pah! What cost? Mortals are as cheap and plentiful as grains of sand on a beach. Once you mastered your creation, you'd be able to resurrect them at will. They would worship you as a god. Wouldn't that bring about the peace you crave? How can you be so misguided? Mortals are so far beneath us they cannot even comprehend their own inadequacy. I only hope Lord Rada Al-Saran can talk some sense into you. Meanwhile, I will study this creation. Perhaps even succeed where you failed. How I have missed our endless debates, my friend. Our deep and fascinating discussions about science and philosophy. I look forward to renewing that exchange. If you haven't presented yourself yet, you should go see Lord Rada Al-Saran. I've been quite successful in your absence. Rada Al-Saran discovered a strange relic beneath the Reach. I spent weeks examining it. It's quite remarkable, and I've only scratched the surface of the possibilities it might offer our kind. I'd prefer not to draw any conclusions until I've had time to examine it at length. But I welcome the chance to discuss it with you once you've settled in.
Verandis, my friend. At long last. How good to see you, Verandis, my old friend. You look well. Our halls have felt quite empty without you. What do you think of our new home? Is it not, as I wrote in my letter, everything one could ask for? To parley with the mortal queen. I have, but my stance has not changed. The Grey Host's strength has grown over the centuries, while dozens of mortal kingdoms have risen and fallen. What sense is there in revealing ourselves to them now? What mortals gain from an alliance with us is obvious. But what benefit do we receive from them? King Styric and our Grey Host could crush this Empress Hestra and her armies in a day. I know you worry for our people, Verandis, but you need not.
For such a brilliant mind who helped conceive our Grey Council, you can be so short-sighted, Verandis. I will say this. If the mortals do not move against us, we will not move against them. But I cannot protect your precious mortals from themselves. Enough talk of alliances and mortals. It has been too long since we last saw one another, Verandis. Let us speak of better times, drink the blood offered, and contemplate the tremendous responsibility we bear to keep our people safe. We have talked, and I have listened. I have humored your ideals far longer than they deserve. I invited you because you will flourish here, Verandis. You belong here, among your brothers and sisters, not meandered in the tribulations of mortal life. Your dream and mine are similar, my friend, but they are not the same. This friction between us, it thins my patience. Still, this place, no matter how grand, did not feel complete until you returned. You belong here, Verandis. Good. You cannot imagine how much I have leaned upon them in your absence. It should please you to know that Ulfra shows restraint these days, and I know Zingalis would love to discuss his experiments and research with you. They understand little that does not serve their own needs. They do not understand why we started the Grey Council, or what an asset you are to the Grey Host. It will take much to convince them to make peace with mortals. Of course, Verandis. I know you too well to think you would let the topic go so easily. I promise, we will speak of it again. There is no need to rush. We have not seen each other in an elf's age. I would hear what you have been up to, my brother. And yet you waste years away from your family, caring for those who live short and meaningless lives. Ah, Verandis, is my word not enough to appease you? We will speak more of this later. For now, I wish to discuss more pleasant topics.
Lord Verandis, I apologize for the delay. The study is ready for you. Everything is ready for you, my lord. We moved your belongings into the study and provided all the reagents you requested. Should you require anything else, please let me know at once.
Easy, friend. It's time to wake up. Find the dream walk potion and drink it. You cried out in your sleep just before you woke up. What happened? Are you all right? Oh, that would explain it. Don't worry, it's not you. It's almost impossible to read in a dream walk. But did you say Verandis' study? He had a study in this terrible place? Was he truly a member of the Grey Host? Sounds like Verandis. That's why he founded the Ravenwatch after all. To allow vampires like us to gather safely, only feed on willing subjects, and help mortals instead of preying upon them. So, he wasn't hoping to conquer Tamriel? Then, he didn't lie to me. He's still the man I know and trust. He left out a few things, of course, but I'll deal with that another time. That study of his, it might still be here. Can you lead me to it? After all this time, his scent lingers in this place. Did you find the journal? What's it say? The journal was still here? Amazing! What did it say? Let me see that. Huh. Ritual's simple enough. Just light some candles and place the reliquary. It looks like he abandoned the research before ever testing it on a vampire. Something about life energy and too great a cost. Right. Zingalis must have continued Verandis' experiments and refined them. You know, when a vampire dies, our souls go to Cold Harbor, to Molag Bal. This may be our chance to get answers directly from a member of the Grey Council. Verandis gave his life for Rivenspire, and what was his reward? Cold Harbor and an eternity of torment in the hands of Molag Bal. This will work. It has to. Go downstairs and find the reliquary he wrote about. Then meet me in the ritual chamber. Get the reliquary and meet me in the ritual chamber. That's a stone husk, all right. Light the candles to begin the ritual. Good. Now place the reliquary. The ritual. It's working. Verandis, is that really you?
You must feed.
Stop! It's me, Gwendis! Are you all right?
My apologies. The process doesn't leave one in their right mind.
I'm just glad you're alive. But Verandis, we need to talk.
Yes, of course, my child. Let us all go outside and speak.
It's a miracle. Verandis back from the dead. I can't believe we saved him. All right. I need to calm down. Take a few breaths. You talk to him. I'm sure he has questions. But I don't think I can answer them right now.
I didn't expect to ever see you again, my friend. After we parted at the Doomcrag, I resigned myself to an eternity in Cold Harbor. But it seems my fate was not yet written. You and Gwendis saved me. I am more grateful than you can ever imagine. That is unfortunate. I believed that part of my past was dead and buried. My involvement with the Grey Council ended so very long ago. Rada Al-Saran and I were friends once. I tried to convince him to take a different path, to no avail. Then know that I truly regret not trying harder to convince Rada Al-Saran and the Grey Council. Perhaps I could have averted the war. Alas, we'll never know. But why the sudden interest in ancient history, Why this obsession with the Grey Host? What? How is that even possible? And what am I saying? Haven't I just returned from the dead? I must look into this. Find out what the Grey Host has planned. When the time comes, House Ravenwatch will send for you. I pray you will answer that call. You have no idea what torments I've suffered in Cold Harbor. I appreciate the efforts you and Gwendis went through to rescue me. Finish your business with my ward. I need a few moments to collect myself.
I started out seeking information about the Grey Host only to discover that my mentor had a hand in their creation. As angry as that made me, I was comforted to know Verandis opposed their war. And now he's back. I don't know what to think. I heard what he said. I'm still angry that he kept this part of his past a secret. But we'll work it out. Eventually. In the meantime, at least I know I can trust him. That he didn't betray the ideals of House Ravenwatch. Of course. There's too much at stake to let a few secrets get in our way. I'll help in whatever way I can. And once we know more, we'll send for you. I figure you want to see how this ends just as much as we do. Take this, my friend. You earned it. For helping me learn more about Rada Al-Saran and the Grey Host. And for discovering the true connection between Verandis and the Grey Council. When you're ready for a reckoning, House Ravenwatch will contact you. Verandis and I need to talk. A lot. But as soon as we're finished, we'll find a way to stop whatever the Grey Host has planned. Rest assured, you'll be the first person we call. We're in this together.
The Grey Host must be dealt with. When the time comes, I hope you will be at our side. Until then, be well, my friend.
I never thought I'd see you again. So much has happened.
I know, Gwendis. We have much to discuss. Come, let us return to Ravenwatch Castle. The Grey Host must be dealt with. When the time comes, I hope you will be at our side. Until then, be well, my friend.